Well, good morning. It is August 20th, day 101 for me on the trail. I've left the shelter area and am back hiking southbound. It was a nice night, cool, and the rain that we thought was going to come through never did, so could have been in my tent, but oh well. You know, part of the reason why I like using the tent over the shelter is there's more privacy, but also there's sometimes some little creatures that like the shelters just as much as the humans do. And so, you know, mice are known to frequent them. And yeah, you could hear them scurrying about. I saw one early this morning when I was, getting up and getting ready to, I was packing up and stuff. I saw one just, run across. But they are convenient, and especially if, you're dealing with bad weather, they can be the right choice. But didn't need it last night. But you don't know, right? You can't, the weather, especially when you're up in the mountains, the weather can be finicky. I got just a little sprinkle yesterday in my hike during the last mile. The person that came in after me, he was about 2 hours behind me. He got poured on, he said. So you just don't know. The plan for today is about 20 and a half miles. I will be leaving Shenandoah National Park and doing, I guess probably after the park itself, I think it's about, 5 or 6 miles to a road that gets you to Wayneboro. And so my plan is to get into Wayneboro, get cleaned up, get some laundry done, get a dinner, and then I'll zero tomorrow as well in Wayneboro. This was a good stretch, and I got the miles in the amount of time I wanted, so I can take that zero. Otherwise, like usual, if I see anything interesting, I'll grab a picture or some video. But for now, here's what the trail looks like. Little over 10 miles into the hike today, and this is an area called the Sawmill Run Overlook, and finally got a view today. Nice power line view here. Near the southern end of the park, there's a nice meadow here. Mountains in the background. Had a lot of apples recently. Some of them have been pretty good, actually. So here's another field that obviously used to be an apple orchard. I mean, different varieties here. 4 big trees here. There's another tree right behind, or right to the side. think I'm going up there next. I saw somewhere in far out that there was a communications tower, so I'm assuming that's where I'm going. All right, well, far out says I've passed the boundary for Shenandoah National Park, so I'm through. I was expecting there to be a sign, but I didn't see one. Oh well. So it's just, and there really weren't much in the way of views the last few miles of the trail through the park. I'm just, I don't know, maybe not even a half mile now from, there's a rabbit, about a half mile from Rockfish Gap. And when I get down there, I'm gonna call one of the hostels nearby. It's called Stanimals, and it'll take them about 10 minutes to come get me. Evidently, there's a hot dog stand that I need to find, and they'll pick me up at the hot dog stand. So that sounds good. All right, well, I'll pick back up at the hostel. But for now, here's what the trail looks like. All right, so I'm at Stanimals in Wayneboro. I went out to a Chinese buffet for dinner, and I ate as much as I could without feeling sick. Hadn't been to one of those in a long time. And then walked back the 0.7. We got a ride to the place and then walked back. Nice little town, little rundown. There's a lot of open spaces, empty businesses, but seems relatively safe. Yeah, so I'm done with the Shenandoah National Park, and I'm gonna take a day off and rest for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get back on the trail and start, heading south and keep going for a while. Got some big climbs ahead. I hear there's one coming up called the Priest that is pretty tall, but it's not as, evidently the trail getting up to it is not too steep. So see how that goes, and it'll be good. We got a pup here. There she is. And yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, besides I got to get some resupply and just sort of relax for a little while. And, do some planning. And that's about it. All right, well, if you've stuck through to the end, I appreciate it. And I'll see you again soon. I'll see you again tomorrow in town, and then soon on the trail.